Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I got a disassembly and maintenance video for you on this little guy. This is the Graham Knives GT, or Gentleman's Tactical. Interesting little piece, and I kind of suspect that this is going to run a little better once I'm done. But first off, we are roughly dead center. We are very slightly favoring the not clip side. Well, I guess it is the clip side technically, because this is where the clip lives. We're slightly favoring the lock side, I suppose. So keep that in mind. But the action is quite good, but I suspect it'll be even better once I get a crack at it here. So go ahead and I'll pop this loose. This is an interesting piece. As many of you may know, the big brother, the original Graham Razel, is sort of... Oh, that's that optical illusion again, isn't it? Sure is. There's this interesting optical illusion that happens with knife making, and I completely went off topic there, but when you have differently sized screws, turns out that this is the same size. Here, I'll bring them up closer. This is the same torque size as this one is. That's kind of cool, right? Yeah, anyways, I digress. So anyways, this is the little brother, if you will, or, well, maybe not little, but this is the different brother to the Graham Knives Razel GMT, which I have on the, I've had on the channel many a time now. And so it was a very easy decision to order a new one, or order this one, that is, when it came out, just because, well... Yeah, I want to get a sense of what Graham's newest work is like, and I've been looking for a GT for a while. Did I ever have a GT across my table? I don't think I ever did. I don't think so. I think there was one, that's right, I had one very, very briefly that I saw just as sort of a moving it along to somebody else sort of thing. But never actually got to film a video about it. There we go, popped loose. And we can, okay, so this is lubricated, but it is a little bit in terms of the, this is a little tiny bit gunky in there, so hopefully we'll be able to do some good. Grab some bows here. Anyways, so I haven't had one of these guys on the channel, so that'll be nice, and having it be the Midtech version should be interesting as well. However, the Midtech version here, and that's running directly on the titanium. All right. The Midtech version, I want to say generally, when you make something production, it becomes more available. But in this case, not so much. These are probably going to be made in limited numbers, if the last ones are any indication. And it's also very expensive. We are looking here at $500, which... as you can see here, this is a relatively simple knife here. One other thing I didn't highlight, but that is absolutely true about this guy, is that it has a very, very, very early lockup. Like it was crystallized in that 10 minutes in the knife world where everyone was like, oh my god, if the lockup is more than 5%, it's defective. Yeah, this is like 1.5% or so. It is actually secure, which is nice, but still. So when that happens, realize that's not it's not a flaw of the knife. Well, I'm sorry, it's not a flaw of the reassembly. Some would argue it is a flaw of the knife. But anyways, we can see here this is a very simple knife here. The biggest question is, in practice, once you carry it, is it going to be worth that $500 price tag? Which is a little bit eye-watering in the modern knife landscape. You know, certainly there are lots of $500 knives out there, but... yeah, that's kind of my biggest question here is, you know, can I feel okay with $500 on this knife? Okay, so I want to go ahead and put this guy back together. I'm going to go ahead and use some knife pivot lube here. For the reassembly, drip some there, drip some there. The very first Graham I had actually came to me bone freaking dry. The original Graham GMT came bone dry, and so it wasn't until I lubricated it up that it was really running great. So this guy was not bone dry, but I'm wondering whether we can make some improvements nonetheless in terms of the overall smoothness here, and I'll go ahead and drip a little bit of this into your detent bar hole. One thing this is quite sharp. Is that crucial? No, not particularly, but it is something you're going to want to keep in mind. Did I lubricate that enough? Yeah, probably. I have to remind myself that I over-lubricate everything and that what I consider to be enough is what most people consider to be, oh my God, Nick, what are you doing with your life? So yeah. Okay, let's put that there. Now, what pieces am I forgetting? One thing to note here is that these standoffs in the back here are not shouldered. They're just flat cylinders on the top there. So things are going to move around maybe a little bit more than in some other versions. Okay, so let's go ahead and take some blue Loctite and a stick. And if you're ever curious about any of the tools I'm using for my disassemblies, go ahead and check my knife disassembly toolkit video. That'll give you all the information you need and so much more. There we go. And pop this in there. So yeah, anyways, I forget what I was even saying there. Yeah, but I'm using a little thread locker here just to get everything kind of locked in. And especially with this guy with these non-shouldered standoffs, you need to make sure these are tight. Why are you not... Let's see here. There we go. That's tight. This is tight. Now, let's go ahead and pinch that shut. Now I need to put in the pivot. Oh, popped a little loose. I need to get myself a new Torx bit here. My T8 is a little worse for the wear. Okay. I need to loosen these back screws up a little bit here to get the geometry right, I think. Because right now, yeah, let's tighten this down up top here. There we go. No play. Wow. That's way smoother. Okay. That's better. Nice. You know, look, it was lubricated previously, so I don't know what the heck I changed in there. Maybe just better oil? I don't know. So you can see there's this really light lockup here on this, but God, that's got to be like 10% or something less than that. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. Well, that was freaking easy, right? 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Easy peasy. Lemon freaking squeezy. Hope this has been interesting to you, and that you have yourselves just an absolutely wonderful rest of the day. And, yeah, bye now.